to all my bootleg, fair weather Andy Ruiz fans. Let me see. I watched a quick episode of what is it? I think it was the Death Row Chronicles. And it was just a little interesting episode. And I've seen how Dr. Dre was only getting paid 2 cents per record, and how he didn't know about his rap contract and what he was getting paid, which I thought was just ridiculous that he didn't even know that. But that's besides the point. And I put a post up there and I said, know your worth. And I seen some of you Andy Ruiz overnight fans took the opportunity to come on there and be like, well, obviously Andy Ruiz knows his worth because he's not doing this and he's not going for that, this, and that. So it's funny how you can bring up somebody know their worth, but yet you're talking about Andy Ruiz wanting more money. And this is what I got to say to those particular fans and those particular people. And it's very simple to understand if you're a person with an IQ above a number 2 pencil. It's very simple. And this is a question I need you to answer. You can leave it in the comment section. If Andy Ruiz was not fighting Anthony Joshua, tell me, who else could he fight for $9 million? I'll wait. If he was not fighting Anthony Joshua, who else could he fight for $9 million? Nobody, right? This is my other question. Well, if he was to fight somebody else other than Anthony Joshua, how much would he be getting paid, do you think? How about this? I guarantee you it wouldn't be $1 million. How about that? I guarantee it. It wouldn't be $1 million, and you know that. My other question is this. Do you think Andy Ruiz can warrant getting paid $30 or $20 million on his own, just fighting whoever he wants to fight? Even after beating Anthony Joshua, and even if he beats Anthony Joshua a second time, do you think Andy Ruiz can get paid 20, 25, 15, or $30 million a fight after beating Anthony Joshua? No, not at all. The point is, Andy Ruiz is getting paid handsomely because of another man's popularity. So when you say know your worth, I'm telling you guys, you need to know Andy Ruiz's worth. I'm going to put it like this. Who was Andy Ruiz to you before Anthony Joshua? Nobody. How much money was Andy Ruiz making before Anthony Joshua? Apparently nothing. Okay? Because let Andy Ruiz tell it, he wasn't getting any fights. He was struggling and he was poor. Hey, that's the words out of his mouth. So once again, how much money would Andy Ruiz be making if he did not fight Anthony Joshua? 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, maybe. What? And who could he fight for $9 million? Nobody. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Where could Deontay Wilder go fight and somebody offer him $120 million? Who? Who else could he fight that could generate that kind of revenue? Nobody. Okay. Luis Ortiz. I don't know what they offered him. What they offer him? $3 million, $5 million? Tell me. Who could Luis Ortiz fight that would warrant him getting paid $3 or $4 million, $5 million? Who? If he didn't fight Anthony Joshua, who? Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder was a champ, and they paid that man $500,000. Do you know what that means he walked away with after taxes and after paying his crew? Probably $200,000. Maybe. That's what he got paid for fighting the heavyweight champion of the world, the so-called baddest man on the planet, Big Baby Miller. Tell me, who could he fight that he could make $5 million off of right now? Who could he fight? Tyson Fury? Deontay, who? The question is nobody. The question is, actually, the statement is, none of these guys would make nowhere near this kind of money if Anthony Joshua wasn't born and decided to walk into a gym and become a professional boxer. That is a fact. If you don't have an answer for any of those questions, and your answers end up being the same as mine, that means Andy Ruiz has no right and had no right to be talking about no negotiations and no money. Okay? Like I said before, you don't goalpost move. You don't say it's steroids. You don't say it's location. And then you turn around and say it's about money. You just don't do that. You know? So while all these people are talking about, oh, Andy Ruiz deserves this, and Andy Ruiz didn't deserve the $9 million that he got. Okay, that $9 million is solely because Anthony Joshua is popular. Because couldn't none of these fighters you talking about warrant that kind of money on their own. Anthony Joshua can get $20 million for fighting a fucking dishwasher. Anthony Joshua can get 20 or 15 million for fighting a dude that work at the fucking gas station. Anthony Joshua could get 15, 20 million fighting a guy who flipped burgers. It does not matter. He's the cash cow because he has an allure and he has an attraction that other boxers do not have. That's why he can step in the game, one man. That's why it's not important to tear down this man. One man offered all these guys in the heavyweight division more money than they would have ever seen in their lifetime just because he's in their division. That's what I'm saying. As I was in the heavyweight division, I wouldn't be trying to tear down Anthony Joshua even if I liked him. I'd be trying to build him up. Because having this man in boxing is good, not just for the heavyweight division, but for boxing, period. So once again, like I said, when I say know your worth, that's a two-way street. I'm not saying know your worth to ask for more money. Know your worth to know when you're asking above your own fucking worth. And know your worth when you're getting paid below your worth. That's what that means. And like I said, the second Andy Ruiz lose, you guys are going to drop off. He's going to go back into the black hole that he was in and fade into oblivion. Because if Andy Ruiz was all that, how come he wasn't all that pre-Anthony Joshua? If Deontay Wilder was all that, how come he wasn't all that pre-Anthony Joshua? The only person who was all that was Tyson Fury. Nobody else. Nobody else. So when I say know your worth when you're getting overpaid and know your worth when you're getting underpaid. Okay? Because still to this day, Andy Ruiz is still not worth what he's getting paid. Okay? Andy Ruiz is barely, not even $1 million fighter. Okay? How do I know? Was he $1 million fighter pre-Anthony Joshua? No. So cut the bullshit, y'all. Grow up. Bruce Vane. I'm out.